Hi, Nimlin Knights. Mr. Askelson here. It is Thursday, April 16th, 2020. I hope this video finds you and your family all well. The snow looks like it's starting maybe to melt a little bit. Hopefully spring will be back in the air soon. Until that time, let's go take a look at what we're working on in math today on our matrix. Hi, second graders. Let's take a look at our matrix and see what we're working on in math for Thursday. It says Lesson 3. Do guided practice numbers 1 through 3 on page 542 of your math packet. Then tell a family member your answer to the talk math question. Now, Lesson 3 starts a new topic, and that topic is called Analyzing Picture Graphs. And analyzing is kind of a large word, but all it really means is we're going to look at a picture graph and then we're going to carefully examine the data that's on the picture graph. So the first thing we're going to do is just listen to a quick little story about picture graphs, and then we're going to do an example that will be something like you'll do in your guided practice today. So here is the story.
Julie, Andre, and Paul in, and the winner is...
Here's one more vote for the zoo. It looks like we may be going to the zoo for the class field trip. Got it. This is exciting. The votes are close. What's next? Another vote for the art museum. Just a few more votes to go.
Class dismissed. We'll finish this up tomorrow.
Okay, what's next? Wait, where did everybody go?
Your turn. You will solve this problem later in the chapter.
Hi, third graders. Let's take a look at our matrix and see what we're working on in math for Thursday. It says, take your time to read through and attempt the Thursday challenge problems. And we're going to stop there, even though it says on there for Friday. But we're just going to look at the Thursday directions. And you can see down below, there are 3 story problems. And they are challenging. And when you come to a story problem, the strategy that you use to help you figure out how to solve it is that cubes method. And you see it off to the left there. Remember, C stands for circle any numbers. U stands for underline the question. B stands for box important math words. E stands for evaluate, or what are you going to do on this story problem. And S then means to solve. And I'm not going to go through all 3 of them because I want you to practice this cube strategy on your own. So I'm just going to take number 3. And the story problem reads, 8 lions each make 4 paw prints. How many paw prints are there altogether? Write a multiplication sentence with a symbol for the unknown, then solve. So if I was going to use my cube strategy, the first thing I would do is I would circle my numbers. And the first number that kind of jumps out at me is the 4. But there's also another number in there, but it's not in standard form, it's in word form. And that is the word 8. So I have 2 numbers here. Then I'm going to go through and I'm going to underline my question, and starts with how and then goes to the question mark. So I'm going to underline my question. I'm going to box any important math words. And there's a couple of math words in here, and I'm going to box all together, and I'm also going to box multiplication. So usually when we see that word all together, many times we think of addition. But by boxing the word multiplication, it just tells you that that's what you're going to be doing for this equation. And then writing a sentence with a symbol for the unknown and solve. So to evaluate, what am I going to do? I'm going to write a multiplication sentence. So I'm just going to go like this, and then it equals a number at the end. So you can kind of put in the numbers, and then in the box, you can write a symbol for the unknown. And the unknown, in this case, would be the product since you're doing multiplication. So use that cube strategy. I know it's real easy sometimes to just jump ahead to the S part, which I just want to solve this story problem. But if you don't go through the cubes process and use that strategy to help identify the parts of a story problem so that you know how to solve it when you get to it, many times you might pick the wrong way to solve a problem, and you go through the work of doing the story problem and end up with the wrong answer. So use the cube strategy, look at each one of these challenging story problems, and try your best. I hope that helped. Have a great day.